I'm just finishing setting up. When my PC wants to play ball. Stephen, you're being noisy. Okay, so that's that. Now I will come on my phone so I can hear the delay. Channel. And connect my earpods. Hi, if anyone's watching, I'm just literally connecting my earpods. Oh my goodness, YouTube, stop being stupid. There we go. Okay, we're good to go, I think. And as usual, there is quite a delay. But we'll deal with it. Hi everyone. Hello, hello. So, sorry about yesterday. I wasn't feeling my best. But, I mean, I'm still like meh, but that's... Hi Lynn. That's, yeah, meh. Mood's just not great. But today we're going to be starting our new page from Country Christmas Creative Haven by Teresa Goodridge. And alright, I'm going to share the live stream quickly just in our group chat. So yeah, we're going to be doing this horse page, which is my favourite. So I'm thinking like a kind of chestnut or maybe tan colour for the horses, and then maybe like a dark redwood for the barn. We'll see. We'll see how we get on. So I'm going to be using a selection of brushes. I bought these today from TK Maxx. I don't know what they're like. They're Montmartre ones. They're technically for acrylic, but I'll see how we get on with them. I'm not sure if I'll use these tonight because I do need to soak them in soapy water first, just to get rid of that residue that they put on to keep them looking pretty, I guess. But they were only $1.99 from TK Maxx, so. And we're also going to be using the complete 48 set of the Lyra Aquarelle water crayons. Hey Erin, welcome. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, I have my dirty rag as well. We're going to turn you around so we can hopefully see the page, and we'll get started. Sorry for any noise. Okay, that should be good. Good to go. I'm good, thank you, Erin. How are you? So the brushes I have here are Graduate Daler Rowney's. I've got 2 of these, and these are my favourite brushes to use. So I've got a spotter for very, very fine details if we need it. And I also have the Filbert, which is my favourite one to use. Small little flathead, curved flathead. And then the other ones that I've got are Winsor & Newton foundation brushes. We have a size 1, which is this one, a size 3 and a size 5. So hopefully we should be good for all different kinds of detailing we need to do. Zoom in a little bit, okay. How is that? Not too bad, Erin, not too bad. Yesterday I felt really headachy and dizzy and whatnot, so me and hubby watched a film in bed, which was quite nice to chill. The film was rubbish, but you know, it was funny towards the end because it was just so ridiculous. My mood at the minute just isn't right, so I have like days like this. I have days where I'm like really productive and on it, and I know what I'm doing and what I want to do. And then I have other days where I'm like, I just want to go into sloth mode and not do anything. So this is going to be like a golden retriever, so maybe we'll work on him first. I'm only going to be basing. I may or may not do shading with the watercolours, or I may do shading with pencil. We'll see how we go. So I think for the golden retriever we will use ochre, gold ochre, hopefully you can see these, and this is brown ochre. Hi Sam, welcome. So yeah, we'll have a little play and see how we get on. I could do with a scrap piece of paper just to test on. Okay, let's move those brushes. Let's get some water going. Let's go with the Filbert to start off with. So what I do with these, you can either like put them directly onto the page like Neo, or you can like pick up some of the pigment off of either the nib or the base. I tend to like going from the base because it's a flat surface. So I'm just gonna do some swatches of the colours I chose and see what we're working with. Yeah, exactly, Erin. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy slothing, but then I also feel guilty for slothing, so okay, I think we can work with that. We may pull some Van Dyke Brown in as well for some shading. Let's have a look at this one. Yeah, we may pull a bit of that in for some shading. We'll see. I'm not sure how good this paper is with water medium, so I'm going to try and be very sparing with the water. So I'll start with the ochre first, which was the really light one. Could do with a palette as well. Yeah, that my palettes need cleaning from when I last used them. Let's put a bit of that on there because I don't want so much on my brush. What have I got on my brush? There we go. So what have you been doing so far today, Erin? I have got a protective piece of acetate under here as well. That's why I've got clips on it. They are very good. They are very, very good. The way I described them to Lynn was the Neos are more like gouache. They're slightly more opaque. And these are more like a watercolour. And I'm more of a watercolour girl than a gouache girl. I prefer working with the thinner medium. You can also go back in and re-soften them like I just did there. So my other half's watching Star Trek so far. So he's happy. Don't you? You put your thumbs up. We've got a Mandalorian to watch later. This is actually quite a nice base colour for a golden retriever. I finished my turtle page in A Million Unicorns and started a page in Magical Dawn. Magical Dawn. Hannah Carlson? The Swan page, just hanging about really. My daughter and I have been snuggled up colouring with... Oh, that sounds lovely. I wish my puppies were here. Oh, not you again, Sam. You and Lynn are battling toothache between you. Okay, so I'm going to leave this bit to dry because the page is getting a little too saturated for my liking, so I just want that to dry properly. But we've based our little doggy, So now we will move on to our horses. And I think I'll start basing the horses with the brown ochre, which is this one. Yeah, I'm happy with that colour. Hi Azra, welcome. Danny Buttons. Was that? I'm going to base it all in watercolour in my Lyra Aqua Colour crayons, and I'm going to see how it turns out, and then we'll go from there as to whether I shade with watercolour or if I shade with pencil. But this little doggy here is still drying. All I'm doing at the moment, you can't really see what I'm doing off camera. I'm just rubbing my water on the bottom of the crayon and putting some of it into my palette so I don't have to keep going back to the crayon every 2 seconds. These are working really nice on this paper actually. I'm pleasantly surprised. Well, at least both of you have dates. Oh no, Sam's awaiting on a date. I'm still awaiting on a date for mine, Sam. Hi Cindy, welcome. Hey Colour Me 81, welcome. How are you both? Thank you so much for joining. We are working in Creative Haven Country Christmas. And I'm just putting a base down of Lyra Aqua colour. so you can't see what I'm doing on this other horse. There we go. Just can't get the staff, can you? Telling me that I'm out of focus, out of screen. So I'm just going to go ahead and get the link for these that I'm using, because they are a product that I would recommend, and I like you guys to have links to what I'm using, and they're actually cheaper than what I bought them at the moment. So if anyone's interested in buying them, these are what I'm using. The only problem with when I'm painting is I don't talk as much. So I just find it really relaxing and therapeutic to paint. And I'm really wanting to get into painting a bit more in the new year. I want to try and create my own pieces of watercolour art if I can. I can paint, I'm just not good at drawing. So I need to watch a bit of Bob Ross, I think. I love this brush. Okay, so that's our horses based. Do I want to go with a darker mane or a lighter mane? I just realised I missed a bit of my pooch. There we go, doggy. I forgot your mouth. I'm sorry about that. Yes, this is Country Christmas by Teresa Goodridge. So I can also get you the link to that if you'd like. She says. There it is. Okay, no I can't because the link is too long. It's Teresa Goodridge Country Christmas anyway. The link is too long for me to paste in. It doesn't give me enough letters. It only gives me 200 and it was like 261. So let's go for a darker mane on these, I think. So we'll base the mane with raw umber. Find the right palette part that I'm using, it would help. So the mane may look slightly like it's the same colour as the horse at the moment, but we will go in and shade that, so it will be quite a bit darker. Better. Oh, you should so give it a go, Cindy. This is my first one in this book as well. It's a really nice book. There's so many pictures in this one that I want to do. don't have to be particularly neat at this stage because it is only a base. As long as you're, you know, keeping it where you're meant to, then. And a lot of Hannah Lynn books, Zoe, I'm blaming you for enabling me to get Hannah Lynn. Yeah, Hannah Lynn books are lovely. I'm looking forward to getting my new Hannah Lynn book for Christmas. I am the chief enabler, so you know. So I was thinking earlier, because I missed yesterday's live, I'm gonna try and fit in a double one day. So I would do like a, maybe tomorrow or something, or Sunday. I may do an afternoon live stream and then an evening live stream, or just do an extra long one or something, like do 3 hours instead of 2. Or let me know what you think, guys. Which would you prefer? So yeah, I'm liking the colour of those horses. My dog is now dry, so we can build up a little bit of colour on him, her. Let's go in with the brown ochre. I'm going to put bits where I think the shading would be to start with. I'm winging this, guys. With painting, it's still all quite new to me, but I'm winging it. Right, so as you can see down here, I had a little bit too much pigment, so I'm just going to go in with oh, you can't see what I'm doing again. Lynn! Come on, woman. I'll bring you down here. I'm just going in with a clean brush, a clean wet brush, and soften the lines. Sorry if that fan's annoying. Oh, okay, I'll let you off then. I'm glad you think I'm winning, guys. I honestly don't know what I'm doing. Okay, we'll let that dry. How are our horses doing? That one's still a bit damp. It's still a bit damp yet. Let's do our little cat. Let's do a little grey cat. So I've got here silver grey. Cute. For dinner this evening I had chicken and vegetable soup, but it was like a Sunday dinner in a soup really, because it was chicken, broccoli, carrot, cabbage and onion I think in the soup, and then we had some bread with it. So you will see me, when I'm doing pages with painting and things, you will see me darting all over the place doing little different bits and bobs, and it's because I'm waiting for things to dry. Okay. Obviously the berries are going to be red, and I think I want these ribbons to be red too. It was quite nice. It wasn't as nice as the soup we had the other night from Marks and Spencer's, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. So, red. What do we have? We have, let's do a little swatch of these reds. So this is geranium, no, pale geranium lake. And this one is vermilion. So this is going to be more of an orangey based red, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to go with the pale geranium lake. And then what I also want to do, let me grab my palette over here. Excuse the mess of it. Just going to grab a wet wipe. And Debbie, welcome. I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of a couple of these, so I've got a palette to work on. Okay, that's a bit better. Right, so what I want to do with this red is darken it up a bit. So we're going to grab some of the red. Get the consistency right. It's not too bad. And then we're going to grab a bit of black. Only a tiny bit. Come on, down here. Come out there. And just deepen that red up a bit. Not too bad. Needs a little bit more pigment in there though. Oh, it's not too bad. Okay, let's move that out of the way. So this is what we have so far, Debbie. I'm using my Lyra Aqua Colour crayons. I have a collection of them growing in the lid there that I'm using. So it still needs more pigment. Hopefully that's a bit better. There we go. Much better. And I think we might have a little fun with the wreath and try a wet on wet technique, which will be fun. Oh, thank you, Debbie. I'm only doing bases at the moment, but yeah. So I'm going to do this one up here as well. Okay, I think that's all the bows. I'll leave that red there because that will come in handy when I do the berries. I'll probably lighten it up a little bit for those. Let's mix a little bit there ready. And then I'll just re-wet that when I need it. Okay, Cindy, take care, hon. Oh, you won't mess it up, Azra. As long as you have fun, that's all that matters. So, this wreath, this bit here, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some greens and put them in my palette here. So this is sap green. I've used this one quite a bit so far. So let's have a bit of that one. Okay, a tiny bit of water with that. And we'll have some apple green. Water. And then, what's this one? Moss green. And we'll put that in here. You alright, hubby? Okay, so what I want to do with this moss green again is put a tiny bit of black with it just to darken it, because that we haven't got any like really dark colours. And now we have a bit of fun. So we get a clean brush, fairly wet, and we go over our holly leaves. We'll just do a few at a time. And then get one of our colours. Rinse off, get a different colour. Doesn't matter that I've gone over the berries yet, because we'll put those in later. Okay, let's wet a little bit more of this. you eating now? Jesus, Stephen. Need a bit more of that lime. Obviously we don't want it to look muddy, so we'll lighten it up a bit. Okay, and I think the other day I bought, I didn't, I thought I'd got a red glitter stickles, but I don't, I only have dark pink and a light pink. Okay, so now we've done that, we'll go back to our little horsey. What colour did we base the horse with? I think it was the raw umber, or was it? No, it was the brown ochre, wasn't it? So let's go in with the raw umber. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Hi, Amber. How are you? Thank you so much for joining. Oh, pick that up again. Had a little bit too much water on our brush there. Oh, thank you, Debbie. Yeah, I just wasn't feeling great. Here we are talking about dentists. We completely forgot the picture is looking beautifully, Zoe. Oh, thank you, Azra. It's funny you say use loads of ice. I actually found with my toothache that heat worked better. I found that the ice made it worse. I tried everything with my toothache. I was just like, I'll try anything, just go. You find heat helps too, Debbie? I had one of those really long microwavable heat packs. It was a thin, long bean bag, and I literally had it round my neck and tucked under my chin, and I just kept it there. So, has anyone else in here tried working with water mediums in their colouring books, like gouache or Neos or the Lyra Aqua? I cannot say that, can I? The Lyra Aqua crayons. Yes, Azra, they're really good. They work wonders. So we will now grab our Van Dyke Brown, and we're going to use this to darken the horse's mane. It's kind of a chestnut colour, so we'll see what it looks like, and if it's not quite right we'll pop a bit of black in with it, because it's quite a reddy brown. You can't, there we go, look. It's this one. So as you can see, it's got quite a red undertone to it. In fact, I think I'm just going to go straight ahead and put a tiny bit of black in there. That's more like the colour we were looking for. Much better. What did I ask you? What did I ask you? Let's scroll back through. Was you agreeing with the heat pack, Debbie? That's what I was asking you. That heat works for you better than ice. Yeah, Neo's are quite expensive here too, I think. It's like £84 or something for the complete set. Or no, it was more than that, I think. I'd love some more of the Neos. I only have a select few. Where are my Neos? Here they are. I only have these colours. So don't worry about this looking sort of quite patchy at the moment. When it's dry, we will go back in and soften the edges on it so it doesn't look as harsh. Really? I don't know, I'm just at one with painting. I just really enjoy it. I don't know, I just do it. My channel name should be Addicted to Painting, really. Maybe I'll start a second channel and call it Addicted to Painting. All I'm doing at the moment is using just a wet brush, nothing on it, for blending. You know, it's probably completely not the correct way to paint, but I enjoy how the results usually turn out, so that's all that matters, right? I'm going to do slightly darker on the horse's head at the top there. Play with this until I'm happy with my shading. Okay, let's go back to our cat, and we'll use some medium grey. Got a bit of an empty palette up there. Teresa's work is fun to paint as well, because with all the lines that she does in her detailing, it takes a lot of the work out for you, I find anyway. Let's have a drink. Cheers, everyone. Backgrounds, you'll need a bigger brush, Azra. I wouldn't do a background with this one, because it's way too small and you'll end up with like blotches everywhere. You need so for background I would probably use this size. Ignore this brush because I've wrecked this one with my diamond painting stuff. But this is a Dale Rowney Graduate 3/4. And then you can just brush on. This was a beautiful brush before I wrecked it, so I need to get another one. Yeah, you see my ones that I got today in here. I wouldn't even use these because these are too small. So I've got a number 9 here. They're quite decent feeling actually. A little bit fluffy, but not too bad. But yeah, I wouldn't use this either. I would definitely go for a big one. You're welcome. But yeah, I do like the Dale Rowney make. These are the favourites that I've had so far. Okay, let's re-wet this red up. Put a little bit more pigment in it. I don't know whether I'm one to really give advice on painting because, yeah, like I said, I'm still a beginner. Oh, thank you. The other ones that I've got as well are the Winsor & Newton foundation brushes. These are all really cheap starter brushes, nothing too fancy. With paint brushes, you'll often find the more expensive they get, the better they are. These are just beginner ones. Like, synthetic isn't great for painting. These are all synthetic. But these do me for what I'm doing at the moment, just practicing and playing. Okay, let's do our holly. And re-wet this paint. Let's bring you over a bit. I don't know whether you can see the white spaces, but I tend not to fill everything in as well. I tend to leave little white bits, and that's so I can go in with a lighter colour and make it look like it has a highlight, I guess. Gouache. I can't say much about oil pastels because I haven't really played with them. Chalk pastels are okay. They're not my favourite way of doing backgrounds because then the colour's not that intense. If you're wanting just like a really delicate background, then they're great. But if you're wanting something more intense, I usually switch to paint, or you know, I draw something in and colour it and then shade it. But yeah, I can't really comment on the oil pastels because I've not played with them. So I wouldn't want to give ill advice. I have been watching tutorials on YouTube. You'll find with me what I tend to do for months before I buy something is just absorb everything I can. Like, I try and watch so many YouTube videos about how to use them in different ways, and then I'll eventually take the plunge and buy them and try all the bits and bobs out that I've watched. I do use my Neos, yeah. If I show you now, what book was it? It was Winter Miniatures. So I did, my page in here was done. This was a alcohol marker background, and then I painted the stripes in. This was a soft pastel background because I wanted something a little more delicate. What else have I done in here? I think it was just one at the back, but that didn't have a background. Oh, what am I doing? You didn't see that. Nothing to see here. I didn't just put red on my horse. Nope. Not me. And that's why you've got to love watercolour, because you can just take it off again. It's such a lovely book, Azra. Oh, thank you, Debbie. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. There was nothing to see there. Nothing to see at all. Nope. That's why I like watercolour. You just pick it up and take it off again. Oh, that would be lovely, Azra. I'm sure we'll all join you if we know about it. Right, what to do? Because it looks like it's snowing in the back there. But why would it be snowing in there and not out here? Because maybe the snow is coming down and it's not in there. It just looks like it's in there. See, I would just do that black usually, but Lipstick stains from its owner giving it kisses. That just reminded me of a song. Lipstick stains on my dashboard or something. Jason Derulo. Talk dirty to me. Ignore me. I'm having a little boogie now. Debbie, I was saying I don't know what colour to do this because I think it's the inside of the barn, and usually I would do it black. Yeah, I know it's snow, but the way Teresa's drawn it makes it look like the horses are outside looking in, but they're not. They're inside looking out. Jason Derulo. Talk dirty to me. Do it a greyish colour. We'll come back to it. It's my favourite thing to do. If I don't know what I'm going to do, it will come back to it. We'll do the bits that we do know. Right, I'm going to grab this. Let's go back to the holly. We know what colour that is. One of these days I'm actually going to try and find some royalty-free music so we can have a little background noise whilst we're colouring. So we don't want to hit any copyright, do we? Then sprinkle white paint. Yeah, that sounds quite nice. Steve, is it weird I dreamt of my dad this morning and now he's coming home out of hospital? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, my dad's coming home today. Or tomorrow, one of the two. Was it today she said? She just said Dad coming home, I think. No idea what they've done, if they've done anything, because she didn't mention it. She just said Dad coming home. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping he'll be, you know, home and alright for Christmas, and at least Mum will have someone there with her then as well, because she was going to be on her own for Christmas Day, I think, because my brother said he was going to be working, and obviously I'm in Wiltshire, so and we're at Steve's parents. Yeah, I don't know whether you caught at the beginning of the stream, Debbie. I want to grab a watercolour sketchbook, maybe order some from Arteza because I have credit with them, and mask off the edges and then just try and do some Bob Ross stuff and see how it turns out. Probably disastrous, but it'd be fun trying. For anyone who hasn't watched Bob Ross, A, are you living under a rock? And B, why haven't you watched any Bob Ross? Because watching that man paint, oh my god, it's so therapeutic, and you're just like, wow. No one's in a wheelchair as far as I know. No. I said my brother's working and my mum was going to be on her own. Nothing about a wheelchair. Is this the car I'm looking for? No, it's not. But no, I had a dream about my dad this morning that it's weird because now he's coming home. My dreams are quite prolific for any of those of you that don't know me. They can be somewhat scary sometimes because they're some of them are predictions. Is that right? The right terminology? I see what's going to happen before it's going to happen, like a premonition sometimes, but yeah. So who hasn't seen Bob Ross? I have not watched Bob Ross. He. So you're saying I live? Yeah, you live under a rock, and Lynn lives under that rock with you. Yes, Debbie, go watch Bob Ross. Oh, welcome back, Sam. technology is a wonderful thing, apart from when it doesn't work, and then it's a pain in the ass. Bob Ross time in my house. Oh, you'll have to show me if you've done any paintings from him, Erin. I would love to see them. I think he's actually on British TV at the moment, isn't he? Hubby? Bob Ross.
Is what?
Bob Ross.
Yeah.
What channel is he on at the moment?
BBC Two, I think.
BBC Two, BBC Three?
Something like that.
Yeah. Have a look on iPlayer, Lynn. But also, obviously, YouTube will have loads and loads of videos of his. I think Jazza sometimes paints as well. I know you watch Jazza. Pretty much, Lynn, but there is a technique there behind it. Why is this not... Oh, it's the wrong blooming colour, that's why. I'm like, why is this not giving me the result I'm looking for? Stupid woman. Somehow I'd switched it to my olive instead of my, whatever this is. Apple. Here's me trying to lighten these ones down here, and I was actually just painting them the same blooming colour, but more intense. What a flipping idiot. I am. I am when I do stupid things like that. we're getting some of the holly done anyway. That's something. Okay. Just crack all the bones in my back because it's hurting. Oh. Right, so barn. Kind of want like an oaky colour. Is that wet wipe still wet? Where is it? It's gone dry. For sure, look at all my typos. I want to tack on an Arabic quote canvas as I'm good at Arabic, not fluent but can understand little bits, but I'm not sure how it will turn out. Just practice, Azra. And certainly as I got the brush and only a small set of gouache, which I don't think Bob uses. Just water it right down. Bob uses oils, I think, or acrylics. I think it's oils. I can't remember. Right. Because I'm going to be needing quite a bit of paint, what I'm going to do is grab out my watercolour set, because I don't want to keep having to try and get the same shade. So let's put those there for 1 second. Grab my much loved Pabios. So I'd recommend these for anyone wanting to learn watercolours. My much loved set. And I put some watercolour paper in here and did a swatch, so it's always there. So 19, 20, 21, 23, that colour. And I'm going to go ahead and get a bigger brush. That's the biggest out of these I've got. I might use one of my new ones actually. Let's grab one of the new ones. Okay, so I've got the number 9 Montmartre Gallery series. Usually I like to soak these to get all the rubbish off them, but it's this one. Dicing with danger mixing this over my page, but there we go. Let's put it over here. So I'm just mixing a few browns together until I get a colour I like the look of. Can deal with that, I think. Why is that, Debbie? Quite nice brushes actually. Not bad at all for £1.99. Aww. We've got a nice bunch here, haven't we? What kind of English is that, Zoe? Ain't we? Haven't we? blimmin' air freshener must be set to every 8 minutes, because I'm hearing it go off so often. Again, we're just doing a base on this at the moment. Welcome back, Lynn. Swear one of these days I'm gonna fire the hired help. Watching videos when she should be modding my channel. I'll blooming wave the hairbrush at you, Missy. Yep, the hairbrush. It will come out to play. Oh, okay. Okay. Just try to crawl out of it now. Just make sure this is the same colour. Always important when you have to remix the colour that you're currently using to swatch it out again, because there's nothing worse than using a colour that you think looks the same and looks completely different, like that. That's more yellow. Still not quite there. Let's try a bit of that with it to deepen it. Yep, there we go. We're there. See? 3 fails and then we got there. Thank you. I really wish my printer would print on watercolour paper, but it just won't take it because it's too thick. Ignore that rattling. It's the way I've got my palette positioned. Okay, we're getting there. I'm just going to try and do some of this bit up here. I need to try and get in between the all these leaves as well. So I'm going to have to go back to a smaller brush for that. Painting has put me in such a better mood than I was. Hubby, I think if I'm angry, sometimes you just need to tell me to come paint.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the same problem with mine, Zoe. Watercolour too thick to print. Yeah, it's annoying, isn't it? I was thinking of contacting HP and asking them for some advice on a printer that would take watercolour paper, because I would love to do some of the PDFs in watercolour paper. I wouldn't mind, but my watercolour paper's only 200 GSM, so it's more like a thick cardstock than a watercolour paper. This is mine. Mixed media. It's quite a good paper. No, don't fall on me. There we go. Okay, fall on me then. Stupid thing. When will Hubie hear me? If I paint every time I'm angry or annoyed, like Lynn said, I would literally be painting all day. All day, every day. Call of Duty helps too. I think that's a bird, you know, there. Yeah, shooting virtual people helps relieve stress. Oh, I know. Steve. Lynn said I better get painting on Boxing Day then. Maybe Boxing Day can be the day I do an extra stream or something. For you Americans, that's the day after Christmas Day for us. The 26th of December is Boxing Day. Take tablet. Yeah. I'll take my tablet after my live stream. Go away. Right, so I think we're pretty much going to leave this here for the night. And we'll come back to that tomorrow. Just want to get a few more of these little bits in between. I'm going to save up for a PlayStation and have a new hobby, Zoe. I'm going to join you and call it... Oh, we're on Xbox, Azra. We do have a PlayStation as well, but we're Xbox people. In fact, we have two Xboxes, and we because I have one and the other half has one. When we joined households, we had two of everything, so we also had two PlayStations and duplicates of games, so we ended up like trading a load in. And we only have one PlayStation now because we really don't play it. So yeah, we will Is it? The reason why we choose Xbox is because when you earn achievements on Xbox, you save your achievement points up, and then you can save up for like a £5 gift card or a £10 gift card, and it kind of gives you an incentive to play. Celery? Why are we talking about celery? Did I miss something? Erin, I tried your peeling celery. Oh, from the other night, you mean? That is not the lid for that. So maybe I didn't have a lid for that one. Where's my rag? More rag? There you are. Let's dry these off. That is the lid for that one. And these ones didn't have lids. Well, I can definitely recommend these Montmartre paintbrushes for beginners. They're good. Let's put all those back in there. So, that is where we're going to leave it for the night. Oh, my back. Oh, there we go. Been sat still for too long. Hope you've been a good girl and tidying up after herself. So yeah, we will do a little bit more of this tomorrow. I'm thinking with the barn door that I'm going to shade with pencils just because I want to like draw the wood grain and everything in. But I'm happy with how the rest of it's coming out. If you heard that crack, that was my hip. So before tonight's live stream, I also started a page in my, what is it called? Le Grand Classique. Le Grand Classique. Just because I felt like doing one of these, and we've got that so far. So for the outline, if anyone has these books, I use the Stabilo 68 because they're water based, and I just use the black one for the outlining, and then I do the rest with pencil. That one was done with watercolour pencil. Yeah. That one turned out horribly. I hate the background. That's what happens when you try and use Crayola Super Tips on a large area. I like the pencil ones. But the reason why I started one of these, A, because I fancied it, and B, because I wanted to test out zest it with the pencil in here. So as usual, I'm going to switch you around quickly. Hi! As usual, I'd like to thank you all for coming and keeping me company and relaxing me. It's helped. I love talking to you guys. And we will come back tomorrow night at about 7 o'clock, all being well. And hopefully do some more of our page. I don't think we'll get it finished tomorrow because there's quite a bit of pencil work on that woodwork. But we'll give it another good couple of hours. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. So keep safe, everyone. Love you all. And see you tomorrow. Happy colouring.